now that we know what an alumni chapter is, let's take a minute and think, what can our alumni chapter do? So, on the word Carhartt, let's write down what we think our alumni chapter could do. Can I clarify?
So you mean what can we do for our community or what can we do for our campus?
You can do both. I encourage you to do more than one, right? We want to see what we can put out there, how we can produce. Maybe you think for the community we need to do a canned food drive, or for campus we need to do a clean up the flower beds day. So it's whatever we want to do, right? And it's however you want to do it. I encourage more than one answer though, because all answers are open and there is quality in everything. So absolutely. Is there anything else I can clarify? All right, perfect. Carhartt.
Okay.
All right, so what are we thinking?
So we have a lot of clubs around our campus that are also ag-related, so I think we could help them out and team up for different campus-wide events like cleaning up the campus.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's great. Now, would you like hone in on a specific spot on campus, or you just campus-wide?
We could do campus-wide, or we could specify in like the quad, clean up the flower gardens that have gotten a little unruly.
Absolutely, absolutely. Good job. Keep it up. Do we need more time to say need it? We good? Everybody good? All right, perfect. So I've heard some really good ideas, right? A lot of community, a lot of giving back, a lot of campus-wide stuff. So I want to get to some of y'all to share. So please, just go ahead. Who wants to share?
So I believe that if we set up tables at the student center or in the quad, that can help us just spread the word about our club, like on main campus, since we are a South Campus club. I think that we can show them what we volunteer to do, where we volunteer at, like the different food shelters, or like clothing, if we have extra clothing to give back. And I just think that will help spark the interest of students that may not know what ag-related clubs are on our campus.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's get some snaps for that. We're an A&M, right? We're an agriculture and mechanics college, and some people forget that and hone in on the engineering department. So let's show them, hey, South Campus still has something, right? So, and we're doing a great job at that. All right, does anybody else want to share? One more person.
I can kind of get something. So one thing that Louisiana Tech already helps out with is a lot. We host a lot of contests. So I was just sitting here thinking, and we host forestry, agronomy, meat ID, vet science. All these contests take place here. And we actually have an opportunity to actually give back to them, because we're here because someone else poured in time to make sure we had a good experience and we were competing. So I think maybe helping, whether it's just setting up contests or just guiding, handing out scantrons, we can probably help with that in some way.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's get a power clap for that. 1, 2, 3. Perfect, guys. We heard some great answers, and y'all gave a great power clap. We've heard some great ideas, right, about what we can do on campus, what we can do off campus. Let's talk about actually implementing that, right? We can sit here and we can spitball everything. We can say, well, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that. But at the end of the day, if we don't go home and actually apply that and try to better our alumni chapter, better our college, better our campus, then this was a waste. So how do we do that? Well, one is just by sitting there and going, we need to do this, right? The alumni chapter is a new thing here at Louisiana Tech, and we need to be on the forefront of things going on campus. So just get out there, recruit people, get people to join, and then propose those ideas to the alumni chapter officers, right? No one's gonna just sit here and shoot you down. They're gonna go, okay, let's see if we can implement this, because we're young and we need to get our name out there. So I think those ideas about the tables and the quad and stuff like that, that was awesome. So getting out there and being able to produce and see the product of our toil is something that we can do, but we have to go home and we have to implement that. And that starts by taking that initiative and going and talking to the leaders and then trying to implement that practice in the next chapter. Are there any questions? Perfect. All right, so now we're starting to kind of wrap up a little bit. I want to do one quick little thing to kind of bring it all together. So, when I say Nike, we're going to write down what we think or how we think we could implement these practices. We talked about what we could do, but what's the process? How do we want to go about that? Are there any questions? Great, Nike.